Alright guys, so I'll be honest with you, these videos are actually one of my favorite videos to make because it actually not only helps you guys out, but it definitely helps me out. By helping out, I mean it definitely wakes me up. I literally just spent 20 to 30,000 crystals on LF Gohan, and then after looking at these tier lists and how it's conducted from top to bottom, you realize I'm like, hey, why am I spending so much on these banners, on these LF banners that don't conclude to nothing in the current meta, in the meta. I want to specifically say meta. Now, if you're a YouTuber and if you're trying to make cool videos, then of course you'd want to spend on these banners. Or if they're just a fun character you guys want to collect, then by all means do it. That's a valid reason, of course. But in terms of staying competitive in the meta, I love making these because these actually wake me up. It makes me take a step back. Like, hold up, this is how I'm going to spend my crystals, and this is how I'm going to stay competitive. So I got you guys here, and by competitive, I kind of have some kind of notion here because I am a top 500 player myself. So, but yeah, let's not waste any time, guys. We have Z tier here. Z tier, we're not going to waste too much time in. So Z tier, of course, we got the kingpin of them all. LF Gohan, he hasn't gone away so far. I mean, he's not budging at all just because of his sheer amount of damage. Even though his team's not at the top, it's Z tier his team, but it's not one of the best teams, especially because teams are now being more diverse in plenty of ways, which we'll get to in just a bit. But yeah, Team Gohan, of course, we're saying Team Gohan is still there. Now, Android 21, excuse me, Android 18 got pushed up. She was below Super Saiyan 3 Goku. She was originally above Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Last year, she went down, and now she went back up to the second spot. Reason being why is because of Android 21. They actually got a good blue unit now, and we'll cover her in just a bit, guys. So that's what they were missing. They were missing a blue unit, not only androids, but region as well. And Female Warriors actually got a blue unit as well, and she's really good. She's a really good support unit. I don't know how long she'll stay up in the top, but she is a free unit, and that's always a great thing to have, guys. Now, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, I mean, Zenkai, right? That's all I gotta say. Tremendous amount of damage and tremendous team. He could fit into pretty much any team. He could fit into to blue, purple. He could fit into Saiyans. He could fit into some family. You can even put him alongside Super Saiyan 2 Team Gohan. Now, there's a plenty of teams for him. That's why he's up there. Next up, we have, of course, Super Gogeta now. He's a Zenkai. He's great. I mean, there's literally, I want to try to explain why these units are great, but there's literally no explanation. He could fit into Super Saiyan alongside Super Saiyan Bardock right there, and that's why Super Saiyan Bardock is there. It's just because he could fit alongside other great units like these Zenkai units as well. And now you can even fit him in, you can even put LF Future Gohan in the mix too if you guys really want to be fancy, but he's not really all that in terms of damage. Although his kit is Z tier, the new LF Gohan, just not his damage at 2 stars, which is the average person would pull LF Gohan at. It would be less than 200,000 for both of his strike and blast damage, which is extremely low. Like it's legit extreme material. The only reason why it's not extreme material technically is because his kit does give him a great boost of damage, but his base stats are extremely low, and we'll get to that as well. I just want to kind of connect everything here. So yeah, Super Saiyans are another good reason why all of these are connected here, and of course fusions are still very good because the meta right now, guys, although they're spreading out a lot of LFs and Zenkais, it's actually very well balanced in terms of how many teams you can use. I mean, you can use fusions, Sun families, Saiyan, hybrids, androids, regions, Super Saiyan. I mean, the list goes on. Female Warrior is great too, actually. But yeah, that's just a short list on my mind, and it could go way deeper than that. But now we have S tier. S tier, we have Super Saiyan Blue, first anniversary, Zenkai, Super Saiyan Blue, Goku. But this Goku is great because not only does he really tank and just phenomenal with stats in general, just because he's a Zenkai unit, but he actually has a really good team. You could put him alongside this Gohan here or this Goku here, which is both Z tier units, and it's just a very complimentary unit to a very deep team. So next up we have Angry Dynamic Goku. Now he's still great. You can even, depending on your guys' playstyle, you can flip these two around. I would say this Goku here is a little bit more offensive if you guys want, or maybe even a little bit more strategic with his blue counter. It just really depends on playstyles. I would consider these two even. Now it gets interesting because I've made a tier list before on the best non-Zenkai units, and I ranked this perfect cell here This Perfect Cell, I ranked him number 1 on my list of non-Zenkai units. Following number 2 is Goku Black. And now, look at this, guys. He's surrounded by Zenkai units. If we just take a quick look, watch. So, 1 Zenkai, 2, 3, 4, 5 Zenkais, 6, 7, and then we have a Perfect Cell. And then we have 3 more Zenkais following, 4 more Zenkais following on that. So that's just insane. That goes to show how good he is. Not only does he have 2 healths, you can negate his endurance. Not even endurance, it's its second health. But then after he transforms at 14 stars, guys, he has Zenkai stats. His blast damage is almost at 300,000. His team is Android. His team is a powerful opponent. His team is Regen. His team is very diverse. I love this unit. It's my favorite unit in the whole game. Not only does he tank, but he does a tremendous amount of damage. And I would suggest you guys do chase this unit if you guys can. Now, next up, we have Zenkai Buu and Demon King Piccolo. These 2 went up on the list big time. Now, Demon King Piccolo is above, of course, LF Piccolo, the one that just did get a Zenkai. The reason being why, and I'm going to vouch for this because I run Regen 24/7, Demon King Piccolo is way easier to get stars with him, and he actually outputs a lot more damage. As opposed to, of course, Zenkai LF Piccolo. Now, the thing with that Piccolo is, guys, is that not everybody has him specifically at a solid amount of stars. Let's just say average 7 stars, right? Because that's nobody even had him at 7 stars. But if you guys did pull on his banner and you guys did manage to Zenkai him, you would probably stop him at 7 stars. And even then, he's just more of a defensive type of unit as opposed to Demon King Piccolo, which is a offensive type of unit. And in my books, it just works a lot better, especially because you can steal 2 Dragon Balls. Like, you could literally use a combo where you lock your opponent in with Good Buu, and then switch to Demon King Piccolo, and then just steal 2 Dragon Balls, and then just Rising Rush because they can't switch. So just bait vanish, and then they vanish. They can't switch. They can't do anything. All you have to do is click that Rising Rush button. The only way to negate it is if they have the Rising Rush themselves, or if they magically time a super, which is a like 2% chance of happening. So yeah, next up we do have the SP free-to-play Android Zenkai 21. Now, she's above LF Gohan, and she's above Android 21 good. Now, this goes to show how powerful Zenkais are as opposed to you not chasing units that you're not supposed to if you want to stay competitive, right? Like I said, if you guys do want to pull, you guys can always pull. If you guys do need the character, like in terms of collectibles, or if you guys are YouTubers, or if you guys are trying to put a showcase up, something like that, or if it's just like one of your favorite characters, that's a valuable reason, of course. But I'm talking about staying competitive here. I mean, Zenkais are definitely the way to go. Look at this, guys. There's how many units? There's 5 units, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So out of 12 units, the top 10 are all Zenkais. 10 of the units out of the top 12, right? And then not even that, but the other 2 are really, really good like Zenkais, which is, of course, Perfect Cell. And then we also have, of course, you know, Goku Black. So he does a tremendous amount of damage. His stats, it's stats. I'm starting to realize that stats are huge. Like Kit, I love Kit. Kit is really good, but I mean, if you have a little bit of a kit with a great stats, or if you have a great stats with a great kit with just an average amount of stats, then that's good. You can't have a great kit like LF Gohan, Future Gohan, and have a terrible stats. So that's something really, really big. Now, Android 21, the good one, she's kind of weird because I wouldn't replace her over Regen. She's really good, by the way. She's really good. I love how she has a rescue also, because that really prolongs Rising Rushes. But she doesn't really fit into Regen, in my opinion, because Regen actually has Good Buu, and it's definitely a better option than her. And then as well, I wouldn't really put her over Android 16 in Androids, because Android 16 actually really, really tanks very, very well. And you always need a tank on your team, in my opinion. So I just think he works better than this Android 21. Although she works really well with both of the other Androids, especially this Android here, because they both tremendously all buff each other. So that's something to keep in mind. But that's mainly Androids. I mean, that's basically a female warrior team, or it's not even a female warrior team, right? That's technically just an Android 21 solo team, right? And next up, we have Topo. Topo, I love him so much. He's actually my second favorite unit of the game, besides Perfect Cell, just because he also has endurance. He has endurance, not like Perfect Cell. Perfect Cell has something special going in his case, but he does a tremendous amount of damage. He has an ultimate. He heals his whole team. He has a great kit alongside great stats, and that's exactly why it makes him the 3rd best non-Zenkai unit in the whole game, in my opinion. So he's tremendous. I love this unit so much. And now next up, we're going to cover a little bit of tier 1, but I'm not going to go too deep into it. But we have Android 16. Android 16, I would probably push on top of low S tier just because I would use Android 16 over Android 21, the good one, on Androids. But that's just a personal taste of mine. Just because, you know, like I love having that one tank on my team, you know. And all right, next up we have LF Super Saiyan Broly. He got pushed down just because it's starting to become a concern of stats and teams. Teams is pretty good, but his stats are like just not compared to any other Zenkais on top of this list, if I'm being quite frank. So there's that. I mean, there's not really much to go over. We've already talked about LF Broly plenty of times. I would even put Vados up on S tier, actually. I don't know why she's low on tier 1. I would put Vados low S tier alongside Android 16 in my opinion, because Vados is a great support unit, especially running her, Kefla, and Android 18. Whew, that spells a disaster, guys. Now we have Goten, and then we have LF Super Saiyan Future Gohan here. Now this Gohan here, the thing I just explained at the beginning of the video because I really wanted to get to it, but the thing with this Gohan is that he really lacks in stats, and that's something the dev team has to realize, that not everybody's going to get a specific unit over, I mean, 2 stars, guys. 2 stars. If I can pull it up real quick, if we just take a look at 2 stars of this guy, can we pull it up? Let's see if we can pull it up. It's like a okay, look at this, guys. 96 on the list on blast attack, right? What stands out about this character is his defense and his kit, but we have 96 in his blast attack. We have 49, and is this even 2 stars? Let's put 2 stars. Is this even 2 stars? 2 stars, soul boosted. Let's just put 5. I'm sorry. Let's just leave it like this. I mean, it doesn't really change anything here, but yeah, just, I mean, very. My point is that he has very atrocious everything, right? Like in terms of offense. Although he does get a tremendous boost from his kit in itself, but that's just my opinion. The dev team has to do a better job with LF units, because LF units definitely lack in stats. And I close these pop-ups here. But yeah, that's pretty much going to cover it. We have UI Goku, which we've talked about plenty. Super Saiyan God, Future Vegeta. And then we have LF Piccolo, which I just talked about. And I'm not going to go over all of these, but you guys can take a fairly quick look. I feel sorry for Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta that fell all the way down there. Android 21, I would even push up a little bit more. She's way too low. She's way too low. She's actually really good. When transformed, she's actually the highest strike attack in the whole game. And especially because both Android 21s just came out, she should definitely get a boost. And especially because she's like the most valuable option for Region Purple, I would definitely boost her. And she has a great Z ability as well in terms of boosting these regions' health. So that's another big plus. But yeah, guys, if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. And if you guys have any questions, always comment down below. And if you guys are not subscribed, consider subscribing, because I cover here everything Dragon Ball Legends. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Peace.